I'm Toby and this is Sea Life.
Today we are going to be doing the grout on the bedroom and the bathroom. But first we got to kind of clean it up because wherever we cut the tiles, there are still some residue from the tile on it. So we're just going to wipe things down, clean it up, get ready to receive the grout.
So you may have noticed our channel's a lot about these projects we're doing. That's because on our homestead we are building a home for each one of our children, and we're working on building homes all the time, inside and outside projects. So hopefully you get a lot of good out of our projects and what we're doing. If you do, please click the like and please subscribe and get the notifications, because we just love it if you would. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and God bless.
What we're doing is just cleaning up the tiles and taking off some of that dust and grit from having the cuts made. And that way, then that you've got a nice pretty tile, and your floor looks really nice when you get done grouting it. And of course you have to wash it many more times after grouting it. But this is the beginning process for grouting day.
I have this diamond blade on a handle. You can pick this up at any place that you're buying your tiles. And I take it, and when my cracks aren't deep enough to hold the grout, or I think that mud will get in the way of it, I run it down through here. You can see, open that up a little bit. You just don't want to pop up the tile, so be careful with that. But you want to be able to get the mud down in there, or the grout. And then if I got mud up on the tile, which you shouldn't be doing, I'm just kind of run that across it a little bit. Get it started. And wipe it with a sponge. But another method of doing this is having a sponge while you're tiling with a bucket of water, and set down your tile. Set it down your tile, and then wipe it with the sponge, and then move on. And just keep on getting some clean water in there. But I was trying to move a little faster than that, and it works this way too.
Ready to mix up some grout, and this is the little piece that hooks on your drill
To mix this. But I gotta clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to clean that up. And then we're going to mix up some grout, and we'll show you the mixture, how that goes. As you can see, Daniel's got some grout in the hard. He started in the hardest spot first, and he said that's the best way to do it. Start in the hardest spot, and come on in. He's just basically covering these tiles with grout, and then he's going to wipe it back off. And we'll show you how to mix up the grout. I didn't catch you mixing up the grout the first time, but we'll show you mixing up the grout when he goes to do it again.
So what we're going to do is, so I grouted it, and now I'm going to wipe it down. And it takes a bit to wipe it off, but the sooner you wipe it up, the easier it is to get up.
Yep. And Daniel's grouting over the transition right now, and he's so excited because it's just going to look terrific. That transition is just amazing. I thought I'd tell you, my job is to bring the buckets of water in and go out and get the water from the water carrier, and that we had brought over in this for this off-grid home. This home doesn't have water yet, so, and Daniel's just, he wanted to tell you too, you want to wipe as much grout off of your floor after you cover it as you can. Just don't wipe too much in the cracks, but you want to get your tiles, and like you can see here how I did in this transition, you want to get your tiles just as clean as you can possibly get them before moving on. Because if this grout dries, it's a lot harder to get up. Once it dries, it's just a lot harder. So he's wiped out that bathroom, and as you can see, we chose a silver grout for this. So it's it's kind of white, almost white. It matches the gray very, very well. So our floor almost looks like a solid gray color once we've got it done. And I think it's just going to be beautiful.
Plus it gets a lot more light.
And also in this room we wanted a lot more light. We did install a sunlight, but we wanted a lot more light in here in this bathroom because it doesn't have a window. It does have a sunlight, but not a window. So I think that's going to be pretty traditional for our bathrooms. They say that usually in a bathroom, if you put a window in a bathroom, it always rots out somehow. So we're going to keep up with the sunroof in the bathrooms, I think.
I don't know where the toilet is. We could have done that.
Grouts, and then he comes right back with clean water and he wipes it right back off of that tile, trying to get most of it, just leaving the grout behind in the cracks. And that's the way to do it. And he's a really good grout specialist here. He's done grouting. I think grouting was his first job in tiling, if I remember correctly.
Alright, so if you look, I've got that crack filled in, and there's a spot in there that needs to be filled up a little bit more, but you can see it, you'll see like the spot there. I don't know if you can make it out, but anyway, it's not quite filled all the way, but here's a false fill because there's water down in there, and right back in about here is where the false fill starts, and then right here. But it's actually, you can see the water starting to seep down in there, and you can see that it's collapsing. But it was a false fill, and I could tell because there was a puddle of water on top, because the sponge was thrown into that bucket and splashed water.
And tell them how important it is.
And then, yeah, if you want to make sure that you got all these filled, because it actually makes it one piece once you filled it with the grout. The whole thing's one piece, but if you don't have it all filled in, then it's not actually one piece, and it's easy to break the tiles after that.
Daniel's just about got this room grouted in, and he's just starting to wipe the heavy stuff up, and then he's going to go trying to get more of the finer film up.
Okay, so Toby is mopping the floor. She is working on it. She keeps doing it until, well, let's see all that film that where she hasn't mopped yet is gone. We're going to just keep going over it and over it and over it until it's just tile floor. And it'll look great. She's doing such a fantastic job.
Thanks.
We have all the grout put down. We just got to do a little more sponging, and then it'll all be it. But you can see we got it all put in, and the floor looks pretty good. Even the transition right there into the bathroom, it looked fantastic. And here's the toilet area. We're going to put ceramic on the walls here. We'll show you that when we do that too. And there we have it. Looks pretty good.